Hello, it's time for another episode of It's Not About You. We've been working through some biblical texts, looking at them, and really proving to ourselves that it's not about us. And it's not enough for it to sink into us. Even our salvation is not about us. Yes, we benefit from it, but it's really about God bringing glory to Himself through our salvation. And sometimes that happens just at salvation. You glorify God when your life completely changes and you start serving other people. So I want to look at a couple of scriptures here. First one I want to look at is 1 Corinthians 9:19. And this is Paul talking to the Corinthian church. And he says, "For though I am free from all," and he's talking about the law there. He said, and people that he's bound to, "I have made myself a servant to all, that I might win more of them." Paul said he became all things to all people. To the weak he became weak, to the strong he became strong, so that he could have a testimony and a witness to people. Now, I have a friend of mine who was an architect and a construction manager, and he says, "I can't tell you how to succeed, but," he says, "I can tell you how I know you'll fail if you try and please all people all the time." And that is so right. We're not trying to please people. It's not about pleasing people. It is about pleasing God. He has called us to ministry, each one of us, all of us, to ministry. And all of our ministries look a little different. How do we make ourselves a servant to all? How do we think of others more highly than we think of ourselves? How do we pour into people? And how is it that we invest? I think some people get the concept that it's not about them. But when the rubber meets the road, as you look at their life, you can tell it's all about them. And that's what I'd like to see change. It's not about you. It's about how you bring honor and glory to Jesus Christ through your life. So I'm going to ask you just to, I know that it's a time of the year as we look forward into the new year, but I always spend some time looking back at the last year. How is it that I honored and glorified Christ? How is it that I served people? And how can I do better next year? So that's my encouragement for you, is really pour into people. Do the ministry, be involved in people's lives, and make it not about you. So for It's Not About You, my name is Pastor Bob Benson. Thank you for taking the time to watch this morning.